Hey there. Ready to unlock some serious financial wisdom?
Always up for that.
Well, today we're diving into a classic,
Ooh, a classic.
The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason.
Okay.
You might be thinking,
Right.
ancient Babylon.
Right.
What could that possibly teach me about managing my money today?
Good question.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what we're here to find out.
Right.
This book, with its simple parables,
Yeah.
has sold over 2 million copies since it was published back in 1926,
Wow.
almost a century ago.
That's a lot of copies.
Clearly, there's
Wow.
something timeless about these financial principles, right?
It's true,
Yeah.
The book's structure, those captivating stories about Arcad, the richest man in Babylon, is a big part of its enduring appeal.
I can see that.
Oh, yeah. And these aren't just feel-good tales.
Oh,
Clason digs into concepts like paying yourself first,
okay.
living within your means,
Right.
and making your gold multiply, ideas that are still surprisingly relevant, even in our fast-paced, tech-driven world.
I've got to admit, I've heard those phrases tossed around a lot,
Yeah,
but sometimes it feels like they've lost their punch.
I hear you.
So our mission today is to really dissect those principles,
All right.
why they work, and how you can actually apply them to your life right now.
One thing that struck me
Yeah.
is how Clason emphasizes the 7 cures for a lean purse, not as quick fixes,
Okay.
but as building blocks for long-term financial stability.
Interesting.
It's a process, not a magic spell.
Okay, let's unpack these cures.
Right.
The first one is start thy purse to fattening,
Okay.
which might sound a little archaic,
Yeah, it does.
but it's all about consistently saving a portion of your income.
Gotcha.
Clason even highlights how even a small amount saved regularly can grow substantially over time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that principle still holds water today?
Oh, absolutely. In
Okay.
fact, it's even more crucial now.
How so?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Unexpected expenses pop up all the time.
Right.
Medical bills, car repairs, you name it.
For sure.
Having a solid emergency fund, that's what Clason's talking about here, gives you a buffer, a sense of control.
I see.
It's like building a financial fortress to withstand those inevitable storms.
I like that analogy.
Plus, it's not just about stashing cash under your mattress.
Right.
Automating your savings with tools like YNAV can make it effortless.
So, cure number 2 is all about controlling thy expenditures.
Okay.
It's easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation.
Yeah.
Where as we earn more,
Uh-huh.
we spend more.
It,
How do we break free from that cycle and make conscious spending choices?
That's where Clason's wisdom really shines.
In what way?
He's not saying you have to live a life of deprivation.
Oh,
It's about being mindful.
right.
Ask yourself,
Yeah.
do I need this fancy coffee every day,
Okay.
or is it just a habit?
That's a good question.
Creating a spending plan, even a simple one, can help you prioritize what truly matters and make sure your money is working for you, not against you.
Cure number 3, making thy gold multiply,
All right.
is where things get really exciting, right?
Absolutely.
It's all about investing and watching your money grow.
Yeah,
But with so many investment options out there,
I know, right?
how do we choose wisely?
Clason's advice is to invest in what you understand.
Okay.
Back then,
Mm-hmm.
it might have been livestock or trading goods.
Right.
But the principle still applies.
So what would that look like today?
Today, that could mean learning about index funds, for example,
Okay.
which let you diversify your investments across thousands of companies,
Interesting.
spreading the risk and riding the wave of overall market growth.
Makes sense.
He also emphasizes seeking advice from those who are knowledgeable about handling money.
Gotcha.
So don't be afraid to consult a financial advisor.
Right.
They can help you create a strategy that aligns with your goals.
Cure number 4, guarding thy treasures from loss, seems especially relevant in today's world,
Yeah,
where scams and risky investments are everywhere.
that's true.
How do we protect ourselves?
Clason warns against those get-rich-quick schemes that promise the moon, but often lead to disaster.
Good advice.
He stresses the importance of caution,
Great.
research,
Okay.
and consulting with experienced individuals.
So being informed.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is where due diligence comes in,
Okay.
really understanding where your money is going and what the potential risks are.
I see.
And it's not just about investments.
Oh.
We have tools today that Clason couldn't have imagined. Insurance,
Oh, right.
health insurance, home insurance, disability insurance. These are all ways to guard your treasures against life's unexpected blows.
Cure number 5, Making of thy dwelling a profitable investment
Okay.
is a bit more complex.
Yeah.
Owning a home is a huge financial commitment.
For sure.
How does this principle apply to today's housing market,
That's a great question.
especially with rising prices and interest rates?
Clausen's point here isn't just about buying a house.
Oh, okay.
It's about leveraging the potential of real estate.
In what way?
It might mean exploring house hacking,
Okay,
renting out a portion of your property to offset costs,
gotcha.
or even capitalizing on remote work opportunities to live in more affordable areas.
So being creative.
Yeah, it's about thinking creatively and adapting to the current landscape.
Cure number 6 is about ensuring a future income,
All right.
which in today's world we might call retirement planning.
Mm-hmm.
Pensions aren't as common anymore, so what are some practical steps you can take to secure your financial future?
Even though pensions are less prevalent,
Yeah,
the underlying principle remains crucial,
and that is.
putting aside money for your future self.
Okay,
It's about starting early and taking advantage of tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs.
gotcha.
And remember,
Yeah.
compound interest is your friend.
Always good to have friends.
The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow.
Finally, cure number 7 focuses on increasing thy ability to earn.
Right?
I love that Clason highlights the importance of self-investment.
Mm-hmm.
In today's rapidly changing job market, this seems more crucial than ever, right?
You nailed it. Continuous learning is key.
What would that look like?
Whether it's developing in-demand skills, taking online courses, or even starting a side hustle, the goal is to constantly increase your value and earning potential.
Interesting.
It's about becoming adaptable and embracing lifelong learning.
Wow.
Yeah,
These 7 cures are really a blueprint for building financial stability from the ground up.
definitely.
But Clason doesn't stop there.
Oh.
He also introduces the 5 laws of gold, which seem to offer even more nuanced guidance for managing wealth.
I see.
What's the main difference between these laws and the cures?
Well, the 5 laws are presented as advice from Arcad to his son,
Okay.
suggesting they're intended for those who already have some wealth and want to protect and grow it for future generations.
That makes sense.
It's like a masterclass in multi-generational wealth building.
That's fascinating.
It is.
It's like he's saying, okay, you've built a solid foundation with the 7 cures.
Right.
Now let's take it to the next level and create a legacy.
Exactly.
The first law of gold emphasizes the importance of setting aside at least 1/10 of your earnings for the future, but it goes deeper than just saving. It's about instilling financial literacy in future generations and creating a family culture that prioritizes long-term wealth building.
Okay, so if the first law is about establishing a solid financial foundation,
Right.
what does the second law tell us about building upon that foundation?
The second law states, gold labors diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field.
I see.
So what do you think Clason means here?
It's about putting your money to work,
Okay.
just like we talked about with the third cure, making your gold multiply.
Right.
But here, it's about expanding your horizons,
Okay.
creating multiple income streams,
Gotcha.
and thinking beyond a single job or source of revenue.
Interesting.
It's about diversifying your investments, building businesses, and generating passive income that continues to grow even when you're not actively working.
This is where things get really interesting, those multi-generational wealth building strategies.
For sure.
I'm eager to unpack those more,
Yeah, me too.
but we've covered a lot of ground already.
It's true.
Maybe it's a good place to pause and pick up the 5 laws of gold in our next segment.
Sounds like a plan.
We've laid the groundwork with the 7 cures,
We have.
and now we're ready to delve into those strategies that can help you build lasting wealth for yourself and your family.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we're back
Back again?
and ready to tackle those 5 laws of gold,
Okay.
which, as we were just discussing,
Yeah.
offer a roadmap for not just building wealth,
Mm.
but preserving and growing it across generations.
Right.
It's like taking those foundational 7 cures and applying them with a long-term vision.
Precisely. And these laws really emphasize the strategic mindset that wealthy families often employ.
In what way?
It's about thinking beyond immediate needs and considering how your financial decisions today will impact your family's future.
Let's dive into the 3rd law.
All right.
Gold clings to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling.
Okay.
This seems to highlight the importance of seeking expert advice.
Yeah.
But isn't that something Clason stressed in the cures as well?
It is.
How is this different?
You're right.
Yeah.
The idea of seeking wise counsel appears in both sections.
Okay.
But in the 5 laws, Clason seems to be suggesting a more collaborative approach.
How so?
It's not just about getting a one-time tip from a mentor.
Right.
It's about building a network of trusted advisors,
Oh, okay.
financial planners, lawyers, tax specialists, who could provide ongoing guidance and help you navigate the complexities of wealth management.
So it's like building a financial dream team,
Exactly.
with each member bringing their expertise to the table.
I like it.
But doesn't that sound a bit out of reach for the average person?
Maybe.
Hiring a team of advisors seems like something only the ultra-wealthy can afford.
That's a common misconception.
Really?
While a full-fledged team might not be necessary for everyone starting out,
Okay.
the principle still holds true.
So what would that look like for someone just starting out?
It's about recognizing that you don't have to be a financial expert in every area.
Right.
Seeking advice from those who are knowledgeable,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just a trusted financial advisor,
Okay.
can make a huge difference in your long-term success.
That makes sense.
There are also resources available online and in your community that can provide guidance without breaking the bank.
That's a really good point. You don't have to go it alone.
Nope.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth law. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep.
Okay.
This one seems pretty straightforward. Stick to what, right.
On the surface, yes. But I think Clason is getting at something deeper here.
Oh, like what?
It's about recognizing your circle of competence.
Interesting.
Those areas where you have the knowledge and experience to make informed decisions.
Okay.
It's about resisting the temptation to chase every hot investment trend.
Right.
Or jump into unfamiliar territory just because it sounds promising.
So it's not about avoiding risk altogether,
Right.
but about managing risk wisely.
Exactly. Diversification is key.
Okay.
And if you're considering venturing outside your area of expertise, seek advice from those who have a proven track record in that particular field.
Gotcha.
Don't let your emotions or the allure of quick riches cloud your judgment.
Good advice.
Remember,
Yeah.
slow and steady wins the race.
The fifth and final law of gold seems to offer a warning against those get-rich-quick schemes that Clason cautioned us about in The Cures.
It does.
Is he just reiterating that point, or is there something more nuanced here?
I think Clason is emphasizing the psychological aspect of wealth management here.
In what way?
It's about recognizing the dangers of greed,
Okay.
impatience,
Right.
and the allure of those too-good-to-be-true promises.
I see.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a potential windfall.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's crucial to maintain a level head and make rational decisions based on sound principles.
This law seems to highlight the importance of emotional intelligence in financial decision-making.
Absolutely.
It's not just about the numbers. It's about understanding your own biases and tendencies.
Yeah.
And not letting fear or greed drive your choices.
And I think it ties back to the idea of seeking wise counsel.
Okay.
Having a trusted advisor or mentor can provide an objective perspective
Okay.
and help you avoid those impulsive decisions that can derail your long-term financial goals.
As we've been discussing these 5 laws of gold, I've noticed a recurring theme.
What's that?
It's not just about accumulating wealth.
Right.
It's about wisdom,
Okay.
discipline, and making informed choices.
I see.
It's almost like Clason suggesting that financial success is a reflection of character.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Throughout the book, Clason emphasizes the importance of honesty, integrity,
Okay.
and hard work.
Right.
These qualities, he suggests, are not only essential for building wealth, but also for living a fulfilling and meaningful life.
It's interesting how these ancient principles seem to transcend the purely financial realm and offer insights into personal growth and development as well.
I agree.
It's not just about getting rich, it's about becoming a better person in the process.
And that brings us to one of the most captivating aspects of The Richest Man in Babylon.
What's that?
Those vivid stories about the people of ancient Babylon who put these principles into practice.
Yeah.
It's through their experiences, their successes, and their failures that Clason brings these timeless lessons to life.
I love how Clason weaves these tales throughout the book.
Me too.
It's not just dry financial advice.
Yeah.
It's like stepping back in time and witnessing these principles in action.
Definitely.
One story that really stuck with me is the tale of Sharonada, the luckiest man in Babylon.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
He wasn't born into wealth.
No.
He earned his fortune through hard work, smart decisions, and recognizing opportunities when they arose.
What's fascinating about Sharonada's story is that he emphasizes that true wealth is not just about financial abundance,
Okay.
but also about the relationships we build,
Right.
the contributions we make, and the legacy we leave behind.
I like that.
He believed that true success lay in using your wealth to create a better world for yourself and those around you.
And then there's the story of Rodin, the spear maker.
Yeah.
He receives a gift of gold, but quickly realizes that wealth without wisdom can be fleeting. So true. He seeks advice from Mathan, the gold lender,
Okay.
who teaches him the importance of safeguarding his wealth and making it grow.
Mallin's token chest is such a powerful symbol.
What do you mean?
Each token represents a story of financial success or failure,
I see.
illustrating the consequences of wise and unwise decisions.
Interesting.
He teaches Rodin that true wealth is not about acquiring a large sum all at once.
Okay.
It's about cultivating the habits of saving, investing wisely,
Right.
and making your money work for you over time.
And who could push the story of Debussy, the camel trader?
Oh yeah, his story was great.
Who journeys from debt and despair to freedom and prosperity.
It's a powerful transformation.
His tale really resonated with me.
Yeah, mine too.
It's a powerful reminder that even when we make mistakes, there's always a path back to financial stability.
Absolutely.
If we're willing to take responsibility for our actions and make amends.
Debussier's transformation is incredibly inspiring. He learns that the only way to conquer debt is to face it head-on
Right.
with honesty,
Yeah.
integrity, and a commitment to repaying what he owes.
His story highlights the importance of not just managing money, but also managing our relationship with money.
It's about recognizing that our financial choices have consequences, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us.
For sure.
And that true wealth is not just about the numbers in our bank accounts, but about the values we embody and the impact we have on the world.
And those values, honesty, integrity, hard work,
Yeah.
are beautifully illustrated in the story of the walls of Babylon.
What a great story.
While those walls were a physical marvel,
They were?
Clason uses them to symbolize the importance of building financial walls around our own lives,
Right.
protecting ourselves and our families from the inevitable storms that life throws our way.
It's that sense of preparedness,
Yeah.
of having those financial safeguards in place that gives us the confidence and security to navigate life's uncertainties.
Just like those walls protected the city from invaders, our financial walls can protect us from financial ruin.
And it's not just about protecting ourselves. It's about building a foundation of strength and stability for future generations.
I see.
Just as those walls stood for centuries,
Yeah.
our financial legacy can endure if we build it with wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to those timeless principles.
You know, as we've been delving into these stories,
Yeah.
I can't help but think about how much the world has changed since Clason wrote this book.
It's true. Times have changed.
Technology has advanced, economies have shifted, and the financial landscape looks vastly different than it did in ancient Babylon.
For sure.
Does Clason's wisdom still hold up in today's complex and rapidly evolving world?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
And one that I think many people grapple with.
I bet.
While the specific tools and strategies might need to be adapted to the modern world,
Okay.
the underlying principles of The Richest Man in Babylon,
Right.
investing wisely, managing debt,
Okay.
seeking expert advice,
Gotcha.
are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago.
It's about recognizing those universal truths about human nature and financial behavior that transcend time and place.
Exactly.
Even though we have access to sophisticated technology and financial instruments,
Yeah.
the fundamentals of building wealth haven't really changed.
And what I find so remarkable is that Clason, through these ancient tales, manages to convey those fundamentals in a way that is both engaging and accessible.
I agree.
It's not just a dry financial textbook.
Right.
It's a collection of stories that speak to our shared human desire for security, prosperity, and a sense of purpose.
It's like he's saying that the path to financial well-being is not about mastering complex formulas or chasing the latest investment trends. It's about understanding ourselves, our relationship with money, and those timeless principles that can guide us toward a life of abundance and fulfillment.
And that's a powerful message that resonates deeply, no matter what your financial situation or background might be.
I agree.
It's a reminder that financial wisdom is not reserved for the elite. It's accessible to anyone who's willing to learn, grow,
Right.
and put those principles into practice.
This has been a fascinating exploration of The Richest Man in Babylon.
It has.
We've uncovered some truly insightful nuggets of wisdom.
We have.
And I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
What resonated with you most from our deep dive?
For me,
Yeah.
it's the emphasis on the power of small, consistent actions over time.
I can see that.
It's a reminder that we don't need to make drastic changes or chase risky schemes to achieve financial success.
Right.
It's those daily habits,
Mm-hmm.
those small steps we take consistently
Yeah.
that ultimately lead to big results.
I like that.
It's about building that financial muscle, gradually and steadily, until it becomes an integral part of who we are and how we approach money.
I love that. It's not about overnight transformations. It's about committing to a journey of financial growth and well-being, one step at a time.
And I think it's important to remember that financial well-being is a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
There will be setbacks, there will be challenges.
Right.
But as long as we keep those fundamental principles in mind,
Mm-hmm.
we can navigate those obstacles and emerge stronger and more resilient.
It's about embracing the process, learning from our mistakes, and continually striving to make wiser choices that align with our long-term goals.
And it's about remembering that we don't have to go it alone.
Yeah.
Seeking guidance from trusted advisors, mentors, or even just those who have walked the path before us can make all the difference.
And speaking of guidance,
Yeah.
one of the most thought-provoking parts of the book for me was the tale of Arkad, the richest man in Babylon,
Okay.
sharing his wisdom with his son.
It highlighted the importance of passing down financial literacy to future generations, equipping them with the knowledge and skills to create their own prosperous futures.
Absolutely. It's not just about building wealth for ourselves.
Right.
It's about empowering those who come after us to do the same.
Exactly.
It's about creating a ripple effect of financial well-being that extends beyond our own lifetimes.
And that's a truly inspiring thought.
It is.
It's about recognizing that our financial choices have the power to shape not only our own lives,
Yeah.
but the lives of generations to come.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
I'm listening.
If you could sit down with Arkad, the richest man in Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
and ask him one question about building wealth in today's world,
Well, that's a good one.
what would it be?
That's a fantastic question.
Yeah.
I think it would be fascinating to get his perspective on the rapid pace of technological advancement and the emergence of new financial tools and opportunities.
Right.
Would he embrace those innovations or caution against distractions
Interesting.
and reaffirm those timeless principles that have guided generations towards prosperity?
It's something to think about, isn't it?
It is.
How do we navigate this complex financial landscape,
Yeah.
balancing the wisdom of the past with the innovations of the present
Mm-hmm.
to create a future of financial security and abundance?
It's a question that each of us must answer for ourselves,
For sure.
drawing upon those timeless principles,
Okay.
seeking guidance from those we trust,
Right.
and ultimately taking ownership of our financial journey.
Well said. And remember,
Sure.
as Arkad wisely stated, where the determination is, the way can be found.
So let's embrace those timeless principles, embark on our own journeys of financial growth, and create a world where abundance and prosperity are within reach for all.
As we've been unpacking the wisdom of the richest man in Babylon,
Yeah.
I've been struck by how these seemingly simple parables offer such profound insights.
Yeah.
Not just about money, but about life itself.
It's true.
One theme that keeps coming up for me is the importance of self-reliance.
Okay.
It's not about waiting for a lucky break or a handout. It's about taking control of your own destiny and building a life of abundance through hard work, smart decisions, and a commitment to those timeless principles.
I think that message is particularly relevant in today's world,
In what way?
where we're often bombarded with quick fixes and promises of instant gratification.
Right.
Clason reminds us that true wealth is built gradually
Okay.
through discipline, perseverance,
Right.
and a long-term vision.
And it's not just about personal gain.
Oh.
Clason emphasizes the importance of using your wealth to make a positive impact on the world around you.
I see.
He believed that true prosperity comes not just from accumulating money, but from creating value,
Right.
contributing to your community,
Mm-hmm.
and leaving a legacy that extends beyond your own lifetime.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that money is a tool.
Okay.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Right.
It's up to us to cultivate the wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
the discipline, and the values to wield that tool effectively and create a life of meaning and abundance.
Not just for ourselves, but for those around us.
Exactly.
And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of the book.
What's that?
Those inspiring stories about the people of Babylon who put these principles into practice.
Right.
Their experiences, both triumphs and setbacks, really bring those timeless lessons to life, don't they?
Absolutely. One story that really struck me was the tale of the clay tablets from Babylon.
Oh yeah, what about them?
We get a glimpse into Dabasir's personal journey toward financial freedom through these firsthand accounts documented on clay tablets.
Interesting.
It's like stepping back in time and witnessing his progress,
Okay.
his struggles, and his ultimate triumph.
It's incredibly powerful to see how he applied those 7 cures for a lean purse, step by step, transforming his life from one of debt and despair to one of abundance and fulfillment.
It is a powerful transformation.
And it's a reminder that those principles, while simple,
Mm,
are not always easy to implement.
true.
It takes commitment, discipline, and a willingness to learn and grow along the way.
And speaking of learning and growing,
Yeah.
there's another compelling story in the book.
Which one?
The letter from Professor Alfred H. Shrewsbury.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
He's an archaeologist who, after years of struggling with debt, discovers the richest man in Babylon and finds inspiration in its timeless wisdom.
I love how he and his wife embark on their own journey of financial transformation,
Me too.
putting those principles into practice in their modern lives.
It's a testament to the enduring power of these ideas, that they can still have such a profound impact, even thousands of years after they were first written.
It's a reminder that those principles are not bound by time or culture.
Right.
They're rooted in fundamental truths about human nature and the principles of wealth creation that have held true throughout history.
And it's not just about financial success.
No.
It's about the personal growth and transformation that often accompany that journey.
In what way?
Professor Shrewsbury talks about the sense of freedom and empowerment they experienced as they paid off their debts and started building a more secure future for themselves and their family.
It's about recognizing that financial well-being is not just about the numbers in your bank account.
Exactly.
It's about the peace of mind, the confidence,
Yeah.
and the ability to pursue your dreams and aspirations without the burden of debt holding you back.
And it's about creating a ripple effect of positive change that extends beyond your own life.
How so?
When you take control of your finances,
Okay.
when you make those wise choices and build a solid foundation for yourself and your family, it inspires those around you to do the same.
It's about recognizing that financial responsibility is not just a personal virtue.
Right.
It's a social good.
When individuals thrive financially, it strengthens families, communities, and ultimately contributes to a more prosperous and equitable society.
You know, as
Yeah.
we've been discussing these stories, I've been thinking about how Clason manages to convey these complex financial concepts in such a relatable and engaging way.
It's impressive.
It's not just dry financial advice.
Right.
It's a collection of captivating tales that draw you in and make you feel like you're right there in ancient Babylon, learning alongside those characters.
It's the power of storytelling.
I agree.
These ancient Babylonian parables, with their timeless wisdom and universal themes, resonate with us on a deeper level, making those lessons stick in a way that dry financial advice often doesn't.
I completely agree. It's like we're transported back in time,
Yeah.
sitting at the feet of our Cod, the richest man in Babylon.
Soaking up his wisdom and insights.
And it's through those stories that Clason reveals not just the principles of wealth creation, but the secrets to living a truly rich and fulfilling life.
And I think that's what makes The Richest Man in Babylon such an enduring classic.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting rich.
Okay.
It's about cultivating the character,
Right.
the habits, and the mindset that lead to a life of abundance, purpose, and lasting fulfillment.
It's about recognizing that true wealth is not measured solely by the size of your bank account,
Right.
but by the richness of your relationships,
Yeah.
the depth of your contributions, and the legacy you leave behind.
And that's a message that resonates deeply with readers across generations, cultures, and socioeconomic backgrounds.
For sure.
It's a reminder that the principles of wealth creation are timeless and universal,
I agree.
accessible to anyone who is willing to learn,
Right.
grow, and apply them with diligence and integrity.
So, As we wrap up our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon,
Okay.
I encourage you to reflect on the wisdom we've uncovered and consider how you might apply these timeless principles in your own life.
What small steps can you take today to strengthen your financial foundation,
Right.
invest in yourself,
Yeah.
and create a more prosperous and fulfilling future?
Remember, the journey to financial well-being is not a sprint.
It's not.
It's a marathon.
And like any marathon, it requires patience, perseverance,
Right.
and a commitment to those consistent small actions that ultimately lead to big results.
And as you embark on this journey, keep in mind the wise words of Arkad, the richest man in Babylon,
Okay, what are they?
where the determination is, the way can be found.
Wise words indeed.
So go forth, embrace those timeless principles, and create a life of abundance, purpose, and lasting wealth.
That's what it's all about.
This has been The Deep Dive.
It has.
Until next time, keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep diving deep.